Yes, boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. This is a different sort of video. Today we're on Fortnite. As you can see here, my most enjoyable game at the minute, to be honest. I can't lie. Playing loads of different random things on here, and I decided that I'm going to move away from FIFA a little bit, and I'm going to move on to Fortnite because I feel like I can make content better on Fortnite. I enjoy Fortnite a lot more, so I think Fortnite is where we're going to be heading, if I'm honest. And today's video, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, is our settings as a new mouse and keyboard player. You might look at level 458 and go, you're not new. What do you mean you're new? I've been playing mouse and keyboard for like 3 weeks. That's it. Literally been playing for 3 weeks. I finally figured out some settings that I like, and I want to help you guys out there as new mouse and keyboard players or players that are trying to learn. Just try and give you a bit of help from, an average player instead of a pro, because of course a pro is going to have all these settings that they're used to that are probably not learnt like easy for you. I mean, I would say for you is to figure out your settings on your own. Don't copy other people's settings because it's not going to help you out. You need to find the settings for you, and that is the most important thing, in my opinion, is you choosing your settings, not taking other people's. We're not going to go through colorblind strength. If you want to see it, it's all there, so feel free. But more the better settings of it as we speak. To the mouse and keyboard settings, I am at 6.5 on X and Y. This is, like I said, feel free to copy, but I recommend not copying. I recommend, using and then adapting them to you. So if I'm on 6.5 and you're like, hang on, I like 6.7, try out 6.7, 6.6, just these are settings to help you get in the right ballpark. You can test the settings. If you don't like them, you can lower them. You can, lower them, higher, whatever. Targeting 31, scope 31.5. These are probably the two most key settings in Fortnite, personally, because if you're, if you're in a fight, a 1v1, shotgun fight, whatever, they're in your box. This targeting sensitivity, if you move your mouse the slightest bit and your character goes flying up, is bad. You need to get these two nailed on perfectly to have, the best aim possible, to feel the best possible way, to be honest. Settings here, building sense is on 120. Of course, this is when you have your builds out, how sensitive it is when you turn. If you move your mouse 10 degrees, are you going to spin a whole 180, that sort of thing. Yeah, again, these two both very key settings. Editing sense on 130, building 120. Again, two incredibly key settings. You do not want a slow sense, you don't want a really high sense. You need to find that middle ground that you can use with your space on your desk with your mouse mat. If you don't have a lot of space, you're going to have to figure out if you need a higher sense but just with less arm movement and things like that. So yeah, this is why settings come into a lot of things on Fortnite. And then these ones here don't really matter. Now we're going to move on to key binds. Of course, WASD is your movement, space is jump. My shift is sprint, so that will be accessed via your pinky finger. So if you want to have a look on your mouse and keyboard, 3 fingers on WASD, pinky on shift, and of course your what's this called? Your thumb. Sorry, your thumb on spacebar, and then that seems quite accessible to me. Auto run doesn't really matter. I just have it on Y. It's just so it didn't clash with any other binds. And then my crouch and my slide is control. So of course shift and control are right on top of each other, right? Neighbors. So I like to use my pinky on shift and I rotate it down to control, and it is quite nice and easy from there. Of course, your shoot button is your left mouse button is left on the mouse, target is right on the mouse. With everybody, that should stay the same. You shouldn't touch that. Reload is R, of course. Pretty simple, easy to learn. R, reload, pretty simple. A lot of people have R as reload. My use button is V, but I do not use that. I use scroll wheel. So scroll wheel up for pickup. And then my slots, pickaxe 1, then got 2, 3, 4, 5, and X. X is super accessible as well, just under the D bind. So I like to use my either thumb or my index finger just to go off of the D bind and just go down to X and then go back onto D. Building, I've got control for crouch, still the same. I've got the mouse button 4 for wall, mouse button 5 for stairs. If you do not have 2 side buttons on your mouse, you're gonna struggle. I think it's less. I think it's harder to have 4 key binds as builds instead of having 2 mouse buttons. So I'd say try and get a mouse with 2 mouse buttons. We've got floor as Q and roof or cone as F. So if you have your hand on the keyboard, as I said earlier, pinky on shift, you want your left pinky, well, the one next to your pinky, don't know why fingers don't have names, on A, you want middle finger on W, you want index on D, and then your thumb on space. So now practice using your the finger in between your pinky and your middle, the finger on A, on pressing Q, going up to Q and then going back to A. Just give that a little practice, that can help you out. And then with your index finger, go to F, have a look, D to F, D to F, D to F. It's quite easy, super accessible. You don't want to have binds far away from your movement keys, because when you're building, you need your movement keys. Of course, place is what is, and my edit bind is E. So obviously D, E, and F, all super close, super accessible, no problems there. And I've got scroll wheel reset is down. So my interact is up on the scroll wheel and my reset is down. So that's just what works for me. My marker is pressing the scroll wheel inwards. Pretty simple. Emote is B, which is quite obvious. And then I don't use the scroll wheel to change between your weapons. Might be good, but I don't use that personally. And I think that is pretty much it. If I'm being honest, that is pretty much all the settings. I do not change. If you're on about aim settings, scope and aiming, things like that. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it that I have to show you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to let me know any tips as well with my settings down below, if something is better than the other thing, and I will give it a try, because I'm trying to find the perfect keybinds for me, and I think these ones are good, but I find myself not pressing F in game at the moment. Tomorrow's video will be a bit of gameplay / a bit of creative, me showing you what I look like at the moment, how decent I am, and what I'm like in real games, and talk through my mistakes if we must. So yeah, but thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. I'm out.